Welcome back to the TWSN YouTube channel. We're continuing our countdown until the NFL draft with our team-specific 7-round mock drafts. We are on day 13, which means we are currently on the New York Jets. There's a lot going on with the Jets. Nobody knows exactly what picks they are going to have. Obviously, we're waiting for the Aaron Rodgers details to always unfold, seemingly. Who knows what's really going on there. I expect it to get done. Maybe it'll include 42 and 43. But we'll see. We'll get there when we get there. But for now, we're rocking with what the Jets currently have. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I don't think 13 will be in the deal for Rodgers. So this first pick at least will be good enough to hopefully mock for them. And again, it is a mock draft simulator, so it's not always the most accurate. Like, for example, we're not drafting Richardson or Will Levis, even though those, because they probably won't be there. Levis maybe, obviously. But the Jets are going to get Aaron Rodgers. We just got to figure out the rest later. And we're looking. They obviously need an offensive tackle. So, Broderick Jones makes a lot of sense for me there. Let's go ahead and go Broderick Jones. I know I gave him in one of my Titans ones, but I'm assuming one of them different is going to be eventually. Something's going to happen in the draft board, but if he is there like he is in this specific one, we're going to go ahead and give them an offensive tackle because that is a position of need regardless. I considered giving them Darnell Wright, who I think is phenomenal. But who knows? Might be a little early for him. Broderick Jones is a great position of need. But yeah, now the Jets, these are the two picks where I think there's a chance they're not going to be here after the Aaron Rodgers deal is done. But we'll see. 42 and 43 back-to-back picks. Pretty good value here for the Jets. They just got to figure out what exactly they want to do. Obviously, they need some safety help. I do really like a lot. Sidney Brown, I know it's considered a little bit of a reach here, but he feels like a player that Robert Saleh and the Jets like a lot. He reminds me a lot of Hufanga from the 49ers last year, so I think there's some similarities there. So that could definitely be a possibility. Antonio Johnson is very good as well. They also need some interior offensive line help. I think Steve Avila is gone by this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and give him Cody Moak. I know kind of Moak's, a lot of varying opinions from these smaller schools, but he moves extremely well, and he moves so well that it's just you feel like he's gonna be a solid pro. And the Jets always kind of like that interior offensive lineman that can kind of do that stuff. He can impact the game in a lot of different ways, and that's beautiful from an offensive lineman. He moves extremely well. I think he's a great guard prospect. And, he obviously has some positional flexibility too if you want to kick him back outside to more of his, what he played in college and whatnot. But I just think Cody Moak is a phenomenal prospect in general just because of how well he moves at the position. And I think we're going to go with the safety here, man. I'm really kind of stuck between these two. I am going to edge out Antonio Johnson here just because I think he kind of fits what the Jets are looking for more in a safety. He's a little more versatile. He can play that free safety spot, but you can move him down a little bit as well to where Sidney Brown is more of your box safety, your downhill guy, your thumper, which is fine. I there's nothing wrong with that. I just think for the Jets are building a great secondary over there. And they're going to continue the theme of ball hawking beasts, to be quite honest with you, over there in New York. And again, regardless of how this Aaron Rodgers stuff resolves itself, the Jets are going to have to hit on the picks that they end up with. They already don't have too many, as they have 6, and I envision at least 2 of these will be gone, so that gives you 4 immediately. So they're going to have to hit on whatever picks they do have. Obviously their draft capital will probably look a lot different after, but again, we're going to roll with what we got for now. From 43 all the way to 112, and then 112 all the way to 143, and then 143 all the way to 207. The Jets really have to capitalize on every opportunity they have. The Jets always kind of like to add in defensive line, even if they don't necessarily need it. They always do like to do that. There's some interesting guys here. Nobody that's like overly sticking out to me. I do like some of these guys. Obviously, Byron Jones, Isaiah McGuire. I like Horton a lot. I think the Jets would like Moro Homo a lot too from Texas. Some of these linebackers are pretty interesting to me. And one that I think will fit well with the Jets is DeMarvin Overshown from Texas. The Jets Their linebacking core has always been solid, but I think that if they can get a really good athlete at the position, a guy that can do a lot of different things, it can really kind of help take that defense to the next level a little bit. And I think Overshown can do just that for them. It's a great value there too. That's kind of like the sweet spot of linebackers in that third to fourth round. You can really get some good value, and I think that's exactly what DeMarvion Overshown is. So I kind of really like that fit with New York there. And then now I'm probably going to go look in the defense line. And some of these guys are still here. I'm just going to go ahead and give him Kobe Turner. He's a very good value pick there. Probably not a guy who's necessarily going to be there, but we're going to take advantage of his fall here in this mock draft. Again, and even if it's not him, the Jets just love to draft in the trenches. That's just what they do. That's how they've built these teams the last few years, and that's what gives them the flexibility to take advantage of a guy like Sauce Gardner early in the first. Some of these other, Garrett Wilsons, because they've built so well in the trenches. So I think they had their year of success going out of what they usually do. They're going to go and kind of hone back into what they normally do, which is build through the trenches on the offense and defensive side of the football. Now here, again, for the Jets' last pick, you're not going to get anything crazy. You're looking for anything to kind of help. I'm going to check out the edge group here. There's some interesting guys. Let's go ahead and give him DJ Johnson from Oregon. He kind of feels like a guy that Robert Saleh would like. He's still learning the position, and I feel like when Saleh, he kind of likes to be able to mold those people into what he likes to do, because he's very good at coaching a defense, believe it or not. So I think if he can get his hands on a little bit more raw prospect with some upside, with some athletic upside. Again, he was a tight end when he first got to college, so I think that transition will be something Robert Saleh is really looking for to take over. And again, I know this Jets draft is going to look completely different when the time comes, but for now, we're going to keep rocking with what we got. Broderick Jones, Cody Moak, Antonio Johnson, DeMarvion Overshown, Kobe Turner, and DJ Johnson will round out the New York Jets team-specific 7-round mock draft. Again, it's going to look totally different. This is what we got for now. The Jets are really going to be pushing for it. And again, they're going to have to take advantage of whatever picks they end up having. I think this kind of identity of draft is something that they will try to follow this year. It'll be a little different, obviously, but I think you're going to see them go into their old mode of drafting in the trenches and continue to get better there. Like I said, that wraps up our Jets team-specific 7-round mock draft. We're going to continue our countdown tomorrow, every day from here until the NFL draft. So if you do not want to miss your team's team-specific 7-round mock draft, make sure you follow along on all TWSN social medias. I'm looking forward to seeing you again on the TWSN YouTube channel soon.